It all started this year with an invitation I had from an artist residency in France, which was one of the things I have been wishing for a long time. And the residency was a lot around the creating freely versus being a professional artist and having the pressure in my own head to create something outstanding and wonderful and something to show for and something to clearly state this is me being a full-time artist, which is the case, but nevertheless I struggle at times with the what does it actually mean. And I found more and more this year that as more playful I can be, as better it works in my artworks, as more freedom is also visible and as more enjoyment comes from it and as more enjoyment feeds back to the viewer. I first started bigger artworks here long before the residency, imagining the landscapes I would see, imagining where I would sit, where I would walk, being in cafes, enjoying the ocean, enjoying the landscapes around grape fields, around wineries, sort of the soft landscapes of the south of France. So the first artworks, especially those, were all around looking forward to it. But then came a time when actually fear became quite big. Worries around not being able to do a good job, not being able to do any good artworks in that time, having suddenly in my head thinking there might be people looking over my shoulder and having in some form competition or criticism. And so I got completely disconnected from my skill, from my creativity, from my art practice. I would every day show up in my studio, but often I felt like nothing worked out, nothing came of it. I was really literally stuck. Today I feel such an immense gratitude to all of you being here and to the ongoing support, but also for that whole time, for the time in France, which was very special to me in all its layers and partially complications and small challenges, but also in its richness and all the experiences I had. It was filled with times of solitude as well as new friendships and relationships, as deep talks over beautiful dinners together in that small group we were in. And the rhythm evolving was helping me to really concentrate on my work and in the end create quite a few artworks which you can see around. It also brought a full spectrum of emotions, many different ones, and I didn't find it always easy to be confronted by my own emotions, to be in that whole intense time of being an emotional being, literally, and not having an out. I was in my studio and I had promised myself to use that time as well as possible. And it meant to me to use it in a way of really spending many hours in that studio and keep painting, which I did for those 3 weeks. I got up every day at 5 and worked till about 10 at least. Then had breakfast with Peter normally, which was lovely and beautiful, and it took time then to talk and have another tea. And then I would go back into my studio. And my art, I create my art. My whole creativity comes from feelings and emotions evolving and arising. But here I have the same emotions and there's no difference really. But I have much more ways of being distracted and distract myself, or I am distracted. But I would keep going. I would keep getting up at 5 every morning and keep working and just be there. And it helped me, I realized, to sketches you can see there, start with some free works and not have that pressure straight away of the big artwork. just freely make a mess on a piece of paper when it didn't matter. Also, you see artworks which aren't finished yet, but I do even like them in that state. So after about 2 weeks, we had a small exhibition or an open studio where people would walk through. And it was for the first time in my life that I exhibited to people who, not a single person I knew, and also unfinished works, completely raw, really. All my emotions visible to my idea. Of course, as always, there's many beautiful people around, and lots of people were very understanding and interested, and I had beautiful talks and met beautiful people. My art is always a response to my emotions. My creativity is sparked by the intensity in our life, and within that I try to preserve hope and warmth and love in my work. It is that what drives me, and also my hope to create that for the people who have artworks in their spaces. That there's an expansion of love. We can share the love and warmth with each other, and that we create spaces where we can sit in love and warmth and creativity. Thank you.